Way back in the day, space was just completely empty, super quiet, pitch black. But then, these giant stars started burning. You know those tiny glowing dots you see up there at night? They were basically acting like cosmic pressure cookers, bubbling up all these simple elements to forge something totally new and ridiculously strong: iron. The stars got absolutely filled with it.
But they kind of overate. The stars got way too heavy to hold themselves together. And then, they just exploded. A supernova. It was this massive boom that threw all that sparkly iron dust across space, where it just drifted in the dark for a really, really long time. Eventually, all that wandering cosmic dust just sort of clumped together. It built big rocks, and those crashed into each other to build our home, Earth. And because iron is so incredibly heavy, most of it sank all the way down to the very middle, making this massive metal ball. It's actually still down there right now, just spinning away.
While all that was happening deep underground, humans up top were having a rough time. We were trying to make tools out of stone, but they broke so easily. Then, out of nowhere, these heavy, cold rocks would crash down from the sky. Meteorites. When people hit these sky rocks, they didn't shatter. They bent into shiny new shapes instead. Sky iron was this incredibly rare gift from space, so obviously only kings got to own it. But regular people started looking around at ordinary red dirt. They spotted these dull red rocks and started wondering how to wake up the sleeping metal trapped inside them. They tried tossing those red rocks into campfires, but a regular fire just isn't hot enough, so people settled for mixing copper into bronze. Bronze was okay, but if you're in a massive battle and your bronze sword just bends, yeah, big yikes. People desperately needed a hotter fire to get to that pure iron. Enter the early blacksmiths. They built these monstrous, roaring ovens, packed them with dirt and charcoal, and pumped in air until it was hotter than lava. Eventually, this ugly, dirty chunk of melted rock fell to the bottom. It held the pure metal. When they hit it with a heavy hammer, sparks flew absolutely everywhere, knocking the dirt away until the iron was finally awake. This metal completely changed the game. People tossed those fragile stone tools away forever. Farmers used the newly awakened metal to slice right through tough roots, which meant they could grow way more food, leading to much bigger families. Villages grew into massive cities with huge walls, and kings forged unbeatable swords to conquer whole empires. Then, people figured out a totally brilliant trick. They mixed the iron in the fire with invisible carbon, which created something unbelievably strong: steel. It was completely unstoppable, refusing to bend easily or snap, even in the freezing cold. Steel changed how we build, well, everything. Giant steam trains started rolling on endless steel tracks, making the whole world feel a lot smaller. Massive ships were suddenly pushing straight through solid ocean ice to deliver food. We even strung up long metal wires high in the air to carry electricity and light up the dark nights. As cities got packed, people wanted to build up and touch the sky. You can't just stack bricks that high, they would just topple over. So builders started putting hidden frameworks inside the walls. Those concealed steel skeletons are literally the only thing keeping our modern skyscrapers standing tall today. But iron does even wilder stuff. Let's go all the way back down to that giant metal ball spinning deep inside the Earth. As it spins, it acts exactly like a massive invisible umbrella, wrapping completely around our planet to block bad rays from the sun and keep us perfectly safe. You can actually see this protective shield if you go far up north. It glows in these crazy greens and purples. And that magnetic pole? Animals totally rely on it. Birds use it to fly south. Turtles cruise across whole oceans without getting lost. And we use it too, holding tiny compasses so the needle can point us back home. Here's a really funny secret, though. This cosmic metal isn't just out in space or buried deep underground. It is hiding right inside your house. It's in the pots you use to cook dinner. It's even hanging out in the garden dirt, getting drank up by plants to keep their leaves super green. And here is the absolute coolest thing of all. You literally have this star metal inside of you. When you take a huge gulp of air, iron acts like a tiny delivery truck inside your blood, grabbing oxygen straight from your lungs and driving it all the way down to your toes. It's exactly what makes your blood red. It's why if you accidentally get a paper cut, it gives you that metallic taste of a penny. But you have to remember to eat it every day, in stuff like spinach or red meat, because if you forget, you'll run out of breath, feel super sleepy, and just kind of lose your inner fire. It's not just us either. Tiny bugs need it, fish swimming way down in the dark sea need it. Absolutely every living thing shares this incredible biological secret. We are all quite literally running on star metal. It's just wild to think about. We're still looking up at the sky, still figuring it all out. Right now, scientists are sending robots to explore Mars. And the whole reason that planet looks so brilliantly red from here is because it's completely covered in iron dust and rust. When we eventually pack up and go build houses on another world, we're just going to rely on its native iron to make steel up there too. The story of this metal just keeps going, wherever we go. Now, this tough metal does have a strange weakness. Water and air can make it sick, turning it into orange, flaky rust. But if we just paint it and protect it from the weather, it will stand tall for lifetimes. And the best part? The metal never truly goes away. If an old car gets totally busted, we can just melt it right back down and shape it into a brand new bike. It just takes on a completely new shape and keeps working for us. From ancient rocks literally falling out of the sky, all the way to our towering modern skyscrapers, this element has always been our silent helper. It gave us exactly what we needed to build the reality we know today. It carries the breath in our blood and holds up our biggest cities. It is the stardust that built our world. Which kind of makes you wonder, are we just stardust building more things out of stardust? If this completely blew your mind, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and hit subscribe so we can keep exploring the universe together.